Hey there. Have you ever stopped to imagine what life would be like if the Earth's oceans completely disappeared? Maybe you think, oh, that would just mean no beach vacations. But hold on to your seats, because it's way more dramatic and astonishing than you'd expect. This hypothetical scenario is as wild as it sounds, and trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have a completely new perspective on how vital the oceans are to life as we know it. All right, let's dive into this thought experiment. Well, metaphorically, since there are no oceans to dive into in this world anymore. First, let's paint the picture of what would happen. When we say all the oceans evaporate, we mean every single drop of water in those massive blue bodies is gone, vanished into thin air. Oceans cover 71% of the Earth's surface and contain a staggering 97% of the planet's water. Removing them wouldn't just leave a lot of dry land, it would completely transform our planet's ecosystem, weather, and even the geography. Say goodbye to sandy beaches, coral reefs, and the splash of waves on a shore. But it's not just the aesthetics we'd lose. Oceans play a crucial role in regulating temperatures. Without them, our planet would heat up rapidly during the day and freeze bitterly at night because water has a special property. It retains heat. This temperature regulation? Gone. The Earth would experience extreme temperature swings daily, bigger than anything we experience now. Think scorching deserts during the day and Arctic-like conditions at night. Comfortably living anywhere would be next to impossible. Now, what's next? Without oceans, there is no evaporation, which means no clouds and, you guessed it, no rain. A world without rain is a world without rivers and lakes being replenished. Our freshwater sources would dry up in an instant. Agriculture? Virtually impossible. Crops like wheat and rice depend on both rain and irrigated water. Our ability to grow food would take a catastrophic hit, leading to widespread famine. And humans? Well, let's just say we'd be pulling out the emergency rations real fast. But hold on, it gets even more intense. Oceans are also the lungs of our planet in a sense. Did you know that marine plants, like phytoplankton, produce over 50% of the world's oxygen? That means the air you're breathing right now owes a big thank you to these tiny oceanic organisms. Without oceans, these plants can't survive, and oxygen levels would plummet. Breathing would become a struggle, and millions of animal species, including us, would soon face suffocation. And let's not forget about the vital role oceans play in the food chain. From massive whales to tiny plankton, these waters are home to countless species. With the oceans gone, entire ecosystems would collapse. Fish, the primary source of protein for over 3 billion people on Earth, would no longer exist. That sushi platter you love? Gone forever. Okay, let's now imagine the physical changes to Earth itself. Without oceans, we'd discover submerged mountain ranges and underwater volcanoes, which were once hidden treasures. The seafloor would now be vast, desolate valleys, exposing the Earth's crust. But before you think that these newfound lands are spaces we could just move into and settle, let me burst that bubble for you. These seabeds are not livable. They're rocky, uneven, and full of toxic minerals. They wouldn't support life. Oh, and did I mention all the salt? The remaining salt deposits would be enough to turn former ocean floors into salty wastelands where nothing could grow or thrive. But the Earth wouldn't just sit silently. Removing oceans would trigger massive geological instability. Plate tectonics, the movements of Earth's crustal plates, are influenced by the pressure and weight of the oceans. Without this giant weight pressing down, tectonic activity, like earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, would intensify. Earth would essentially become a trembling, unstable mess. It's as if the planet decided it wasn't unsettling enough. Now it's added endless earthquakes to the doomsday cocktail. Speaking of doomsday, have you considered what might happen to Earth's axis? The oceans act like a stabilizer, keeping the planet steady on its spin. A sudden disappearance of so much mass could cause Earth's rotation to wobble. It's called axial precession. A wobbling planet would play havoc with seasonal weather, climate patterns, and even the length of our days. And now, for the atmosphere. Did you know that oceans absorb carbon dioxide? Without them, there'd be nothing to regulate the levels of this greenhouse gas. Carbon dioxide would accumulate rapidly in the atmosphere, pushing global warming into hyperdrive. Temperatures climbing into unbearable ranges? Check. Polar ice caps melting? Well, with no oceans, they wouldn't melt into water. Instead, they'd release even more greenhouse gases that were frozen in the ice, making our atmosphere even deadlier on Earth. So you're probably wondering, would humanity even make it? Could we survive such a catastrophic turn of events? The short answer is probably not, at least not in any comfortable way. Without oceans, human civilization as we know it would grind to a halt. Entire countries would collapse as water shortages, famine, and lack of oxygen ravage populations. Even with advanced technology and innovation, the chances of clawing our way back to equilibrium seem slim. This would be a full-blown apocalypse. However, could this actually happen? Are there any scenarios where the ocean evaporating could be a realistic outcome? Well, scientists suggest that this could occur if Earth were to experience an extreme greenhouse effect, where runaway global warming raises temperatures so high the oceans literally boil away, just like Venus. Or perhaps in millions of years, loss of our atmosphere due to solar winds could eventually cause the oceans to evaporate. Yes, these are far-fetched scenarios, but they are technically within the realm of possibility. Now let me give you a hopeful note because I know you're probably feeling a little panicked. The oceans, thankfully, aren't going anywhere anytime soon. That is, as long as we take care of our planet. They are resilient, but they aren't invincible. Rising pollution levels, climate change, and warming sea temperatures are already stressing our oceans. Keeping these vital lifelines intact isn't just about saving sea turtles or coral reefs. It's about saving ourselves. So, the next time you visit the beach or even see a glass of water, remember this hypothetical world where oceans vanish. Appreciate their splendor. Because truly, without them, life on Earth would be unimaginable. What do you think? Could humanity ever survive such a devastating turn of events? Or is protecting our oceans the top priority to ensure our survival? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing what-if facts here on our channel. Until next time, stay curious and protect our beautiful planet.